Throughout the history of Fortnite, we have seen a ton of different guns and a ton of different items. But in this season, I personally have one that I think is legitimately the worst gun in this season, and I'm gonna dive right into it. Alright, we're in a creative, which basically has every gun in the game other than the charged shotgun, but the charged shotgun can actually be used in some instances, so we already know it's not that one. Now, as we scroll through all of these weapons, every single one looks like you could definitely use it in a game. Now, that being said, there is one that stands out from the others. There is one that has been nerfed harder than any gun this season, and that is the combat shotgun. This thing used to be glorious. It used to be the best gun in the game, I dare say, back in the season 9 when we had a 10-shot charged shotgun and the base damage was like 80 or 100, I forget. Now it has been nerfed down to the point where the base damage is 53 on the purple variant. You heard that right. If you were to land every single pellet on someone and land 4 of those shots, it takes 4 of those to kill them. Now, that being said, it does have a quite fast fire rate. This is a 1.7 fire rate gun, which when compared to the charged shotgun seems much better, as it literally has a 1 advantage on the charged shotgun. If you don't know, a higher fire rate is better. Here I have the P90. This thing's got a 10 fire rate. This thing just shoots insanely fast, but you all know that. I'm here to talk about the combat. Now, I do have reasons for why this shotgun is not very good at all, and let's pull out the test dummies just to prove my point. So now that we have our test dummies, I just want to show you guys why this gun is the worst gun in the game for 99% of players. Now, I do want to put this out there. For the top tier pros that can hit literally every single shot, this gun could actually work. Now, that being said, it is probably the riskiest gun in the game to use. Other guns like the pump shotgun and the SMGs, you can shoot shots with them, and even if you miss your shot, you can cover yourself and you can give yourself time to react. When you're fighting with the combat shotgun, you need to go for these longer trades, and you're never going to be hitting really big damage shots. The max I think you can do is like 110 with a 2x headshot damage modifier. That is the best case scenario. You can barely do half of a full person's health if you headshot them with every single pellet. Now, the current meta in Fortnite is really short trades, which then are covered by builds. Now, if you don't know what I mean here, basically what I'm saying is that when you're in a fight, you're never really just standing out in the open for a while, just shooting at each other. Most of the time, it's going to be building. You get one shot off on each other, and then you both spam build so that the other one can't get a shot on you. With guns like the combat shotgun, there's really no opportunity for this, as you need to land 2 or 3 shots to get any sustainable damage on them. So imagine this. I'm in a fight with someone, and they're on the other side here. Now, if they are ramping up to me, and I see that they have no cover on their head, I can easily pull out a shot with my pump and hit them for a good 110 base damage at least. Maybe even hit a nice little 200 or a 150 shot to the head. Either way, this is going to be good damage in most case scenarios, and even if it's not, you can reset and get ready to try and hit another big shot. Now, say we've got the combat shotgun. You look down your sights at them and you shoot. The best case scenario here is that you line it up perfectly on their head and you hit a 110 damage shot. Now, where do you go from here? They will most likely react by building covering on their head before you can get any covering down. Now, this means you are going to need to take a few seconds to try and get into their box and actually stop them from healing up. Now, let's say they're all boxed up here and you actually manage to take their wall. Once you have this wall, you can start looking for quick peeks and then closing it off. This is where the combat shotgun gets horrible, because if you're looking for peeks like this, even though you have the right hand peek, for basically a second here, you're exposing yourself to a counter shot by the enemy player. So say that you're jumping up and down up here, if the enemy player has a pump shotgun, they can easily one-shot you if you show your head for too long. Now, in most case scenarios, risks like this are going to be there in every single fight. But with the charged shotgun, it makes these risks even greater. Now, what I mean by this is you're going to have to make so many edits just to kill them, or you're going to need to go for a very long extended trade where you're trying to take multiple shots on them. Now, this is where SMGs come into play, and also traps. With the re-addition of traps into the game, the enemy opponent, if they're smart, will box you up and place a trap above your head. At this point, if you built out of wood, you're basically screwed, because everything's going to be on fire, and you're most likely dead at this point, because you need to find a way out of the box. They get free shots on you, you're dead. So if they have a trap in instance 1, you're dead. Even though you were in complete control of that fight, they have now successfully turned this around on you, just because you were trying to take too many peeks on them. Now let's look at option 2. Option 2 is that they don't have a trap. They can't box you up. So you're going for your peaks. Say you're hitting 55, 55. They're super low now because they only got a few heals off. They're basically at like 20 HP. Now you're going to try to dive their box. This is where things get risky. If they have a pump shotgun and they are able to land a one shot on you, or even just a sizable chunk of damage, a body shot will do 110 damage to you. If they follow that up with an SMG or even an AR, before you can land enough pellets on them to actually kill them, you will die. So I know this may have been confusing for some of you, but basically to sum it up, what I'm trying to say is that the combat shotgun forces you to make really long and extended trades. And in these trades, you are giving the enemy player a much better chance to counterplay you and actually outplay you to the point where even if you were in control of the fight the entire time, you could get outplayed and now be dead. So I know that took a while, but that's basically my reasoning for why the combat shotgun is better than the pump. Now the title does say this gun is the worst gun in the game for a reason. It's not like it's better than any other gun in the game right now. Every other gun in the game actually has a better use than the charged shotgun, and I'll show you why by breaking down literally every gun. Now, before I break down all of these guns, I do want to ask you guys if you do want to see a gun tier list for this season. Basically, it would just be me in a video breaking down every single gun and where they should be rated and what priorities you should have for picking up guns. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys think that would be a cool video idea, and also other cool video ideas if you have any for me. Now let's get on with this video. Now I'm going to review every single gun very quickly and just show you why the combat shotgun is worse than all of them. With this season, the revolver has been added back to the game, and even though this gun is considered very underpowered by most people, it still has a 66 damage body shot. Now, while this may sound bad, it is super good for long-range engages, even mid-range engages, because if you are able to land 2 body shots on somebody with this, you will have a nice 132 damage on them, which you can easily push off of, and if they are only at 150 health, you can get a free kill because they'll be stuck healing, and you will just need to pull out your box fighting skills and kill them. So this is a great engage gun and is much better than the combat shotgun in the field of play that it needs to be in. Next, we're moving on to the pump shotgun. I've already explained this a ton. You can refer back to the beginning of the video if you want to see why this gun is better. Tactical SMG. Now, this gun has been nerfed really hard because its rate of fire has been slowed down dramatically. That being said, it still does a solid 21 damage, so even if you're landing 3 or 4 shots on this, that's chunking off at least all of their shield and maybe even some of their health. And usually you use a pump shotgun before you use this gun, so they're probably chunked off 100 health. If you land 4 shots with this, they are now dead. That's why this gun is much better in close combat than the combat shotgun is. Also, with a fire rate of 9, it is basically able to get off 4 shots before the combat shotgun is able to get off 2. The Scar, I don't even know if I need to talk about this gun. This gun has always been amazing and will always be a top tier gun. The Burst Assault Rifle did get nerfed in Chapter 2 Season 3. That being said, even though it only has 2 shots now, it can still burst people down from long range, because if you manage to land 2 shots and one of them being a headshot, that's a crack right there, and it is a great long range engage tool, just like the revolver. The bolt action sniper rifle, I literally have a video on this gun for why it's the best gun for solos, so I don't even know if I need to explain this, but it is great at one-shotting people and can turn around your game in an instant. I mean, it's not in the game, but like the minigun's pretty good, guys. I'm skipping over all the purple guns because they're basically the same. Actually, the LMG, this gun is literally an LMG. It's got an 8 rate of fire with a freaking 100 magazine. If anybody tries to question this gun and say that it is not good, I need to know who you are and why you think this gun is not good. Dude, what is this gun? How have I never seen this thing? Is this thing just creative? Tac shotgun, I'm super mad they got rid of this gun. It should still be in the game. It has literally never been. Wait, I'm getting sidetracked, aren't I? Dude, it's only occurring to me right now that, like, none of these guns are in the game. Fortnite has literally taken out all of the guns that got put into the game from creative. It's like they don't want us to practice. The suppressed SMG is probably the second worst gun in the game, to be totally honest, but it still does serve a purpose, as its fire rate is only 1.2 less than the tactical SMG, and its damage is about the same, even though the tactical SMG is a legendary variety, and this is only a blue variety, so it can still get out some decent damage, just at a slower fire rate. The TAC SMG is definitely better than this one, but it is still a good option to go to. The scoped assault rifle is an amazing weapon to engage fights with from long range, mid range, or even close range if it's a squads game and you guys just need some heavy damage. This thing can pump it out really well. It's got a faster fire rate than the combat shotgun, and it's a scoped AR. What? The blue pistol. Now, a lot of you people will probably be saying this gun is horrible, but I don't know if you have ever seen Vivid's clip from the World Cup. Liquid Vivid, he literally four-shot somebody out of the air with this gun. After I saw that clip at World Cup, I literally can never look down on this gun. He is insane with this gun. I think this gun is amazing, and it used to be my favorite gun in the game. Never say anything bad about the blue pistol. It is the best gun in the game. Alright, I feel like I've been missing a ton of guns, to be totally honest, so I'm sorry if I have. Leave them in the comments down below if you need me to explain any. I'll write back to your comments just explaining them, but let's move on. The standard assault rifles, they're just a staple gun of the game. They can be used close range, mid range, long range. They're literally just amazing. They're staples of the game. You can never get rid of them. These things are the best engages. So I feel like I missed a ton of guns. It feels like I'm missing a bunch. I might not be. I might be. Just tell me if I missed any in the comments, and I will gladly explain to you why they are better than the combat shotgun in their respective areas. But if you guys enjoyed this informative thing, I don't know, I'm just explaining to you guys why the combat shotgun sucks, but like, if you guys enjoyed the video or found it helpful or just liked it, I don't know, please consider leaving a like on it and subscribing to the channel, as that would help me out a ton. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah.